Nothing we say is investment advice. Please pause on all 3 pages of this disclaimer and read it.
Having a microphone issue, so please pardon the lame sound. We'll have that fixed in just a moment. In the meantime, we have the CPI dropping just any minute. I'm going to zoom in so we can actually see what's going on here on the charts at a local level. And again, up there, looks like whatever happened with the CPI might have been a bit bullish. Let me zoom into the this would be the 1 or 5 minute chart here. And that's a big pop up. Did we talk about this or what? We talked about the CPI coming out today, possibly going to be the thing to cause this to pop up, right? To cause the NASDAQ to come up a little bit, get a little love there. Don't know what's going on with my sound right now. Apologies for that. We're just going to keep trying to get that fixed until that does get fixed. Tis what it is. Go. That should sound a lot better. Not yet. All right. We're almost there. Good. All right. We should sound better now. Let's take a look at the data, what the CPI actually said. Let's refresh the page here and I'll share it. Okay. So core CPI was a cool print for the month to month, and year over year was just a there wasn't any additional inflation. There wasn't any disinflation. So overall, it was a cool print. I think a lot of people were expecting to see much, much hotter print than that, meaning that they're expecting to see a lot more inflation than that. And it's understandable with all the high oil prices, with the conflict in Iran and all this. And we all know that a lot of these numbers are fudged, right? We all know that the CPI itself and the numbers they give us are not necessarily true, and that's fine. It is what it is, right? I mean, that's just part of the deal. It's not that we have to be upset about the numbers being real or fake. It's that we just understand that how the numbers come out affects the market. We're not here to be moralistic. I mean, there's a certain level of morality in markets, don't get me wrong, but we're not here to judge, oh, the number's real, the number's fake. Okay, does that make you any money? Are you staring at these charts all day long so that you can talk about how fake the numbers are, or are you staring at these charts to make money? Now, this was our plan from yesterday. It was a secondary plan, right? I had like 2 different plans. One would be that the NASDAQ breaks above this level of 29,755. Let me zoom out to a higher time frame, make it easier to see what we're talking about here. And then there was a prior drawing on here where price was going up because it would possibly bounce at this important level from prior history, that level being where this arrow is right here, this blue line. There's a chance price would bounce there. It did not do so. And when I was live basically calling out the trading with Algo Factory privately, I was like, hey, I'm not going long. I'm not going short. I don't know what's going to happen here. And then I called it out. So, okay, it looks like the direction is short. I'm certainly not going long. And then, of course, I just kept taking shorts, over and over again yesterday and made some money. So I didn't make a little bit either. I did pretty well. And of course, here at Algo Factory, we get to make money when the markets go up, when they go down, and it's great. Now, the question is what's going to happen next? And we're starting to see a bit of a support form right here at this line. And that blue line is right here. And that is 28,750. Okay. Now, why is that important? If you go back in time, you'll notice that that's the May low. Price bounced here back in May. Okay. And now it's bouncing here again. Now, the question is whether or not that will sustain or will it go down? And what I said yesterday remains true in that the CPI data might be used to hold the markets up from falling too far. And we do have a double bottom from a technical standpoint. So let me get rid of some of these lines here, make this a little more legible. Okay. I'll leave this one up here. This is the all-time high right there. And I'll leave this blue line here, the structure. That's important. I'll take this line out. Okay. We've had the CPI. I'll take that out. And I'll just kind of leave this out for now. And I'll make this really simple. Okay. Now we have the PPI, and that's tomorrow at the same time. So we know what price is going to do until then. I did predict the possibility the price kind of, moves along in this area until then. Good morning, SGCS4NN. Good to have you here. Thanks for coming on and commenting and talking with us. We like the participation. Let us know if we can do a chart for you before the public live lab is done. By the way, SG, have you gone on and checked us out over, like, get the free algo in the link? Link is in the description. If you do that, you get to see me build an algorithm that basically is what I use to predict a lot of what's going on. These little arrows that you see is one of my algorithms, the little green ones right there. And the video shows you how to build a simple, go and do that. I would just go into the link in the description, click that link, and it's going to lead you to a video where I build a very simple algorithm. A lot of people want to do agentic trading. They want to do this AI agentic trading where it trades for them when they're not at the computer. That is how you do it. Okay. You have to build an algo that tells the agent what to do, that tells it how to trade for you. It's not very hard to do. It's actually pretty simple. You don't have to know a bunch of crazy math or anything like that. And I show you how to do it. And I also show you the tools traders use to connect that to their broker so it can trade for them. You just have to know how to optimize it, right? We teach you that at Algo Factory. So come on in, check us out. Just go check the link out. Doesn't mean you have to sign up. It's just a free algo. It's a freebie. Go do that. Also, like and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. That's out to everybody. CHWY. Chewbacca, I will look at that. I don't think there's much left to talk about on the NASDAQ. I'm just going to take a brief look at the stack. I can tell you high time frame, it's still pretty bearish. But knowing the NASDAQ, this could be where they catch it and force it up, right? This could be where price gets caught and eventually gets forced up. We're going to have to see. That's as simple as it gets right there. We're going to have to see if that high time frame bearishness does take over. We're starting to see a bit of a range build in this area, but it would not surprise me to see price still break down and grab this level here at 26,878. We might see it, we might not, and it's just going to have to, it's going to take more data for me to be confident in either scenario. For now, though, it is staying above 28,764, and as the day goes on, I will be, making sure that I give as much information as I can. As the data comes in, I get more info. I'm able to predict to a better degree. But this was my initial prediction on the Monday video. I ended up making that a dotted line yesterday, but if you watch the Monday video, this was the main prediction. It sure seems to be what's going on. So let's look at this stock from SGCS4NN. That's CHWY, Chewbacca, Chewy Inc. All right, so I'm on the 3-hour chart. Let's zoom out. Let's take a look here. This is a bearish stock on a high time frame. You seem to like these stocks that are just very bearish, at least the two that you show me so far. I'm not seeing anything good about this. This stock is, as far as I can tell, it's a sinking ship. Under any circumstance, you're looking at a very bearish look. Like, if this stock were ever to bounce, and this is way out, this is like a month or two out, maybe, I don't know, it would bounce at about 1476, unless something miraculous happens, unless you get some kind of merger or major news. I don't think earnings are going to save you from this train wreck. I'd be looking at this as just a grind down over the next month or two to like 1486 or so. So that's what I'm looking at. Yeah, here's the thing. People like to try to catch bounces, right? But on a bearish trend like this, where price is clearly going down on the high time frame. So I looked at the monthly there. Now I'm going to look at the weekly. Weekly is also very bearish. People like to try to catch these bounces, but the reality is that, this is just a bearish trend. It's a very clear bearish trend from every technical aspect. You have lower lows, lower highs, right? I guess this is the lower high there. So yeah, you're just heading down. I'd be shorting the daylights out of that. I'd look for a move up, right? I'd look for a pop up. Maybe you're going to see it today from earnings, So like on a It's a low time frame. Yeah, you might see a little pop up today. Maybe. I wouldn't count on it though. I wouldn't go long. That's one thing I'll tell you. But you're going to have a liquidity zone. It's already tapped the liquidity zone, so it may not make it up there. But that's going to be up starting around 22.55. You've already seen it tap that zone. It may double tap that zone, but I'd look for shorts around here, possibly to head down. And that might take days. That might take days or even weeks. And that might not even go up there. You might not see it pop up at all. So I would definitely be on the short side of that trade. As you say here in the comments, right? I definitely look to short that. So there you go. For anybody who's watching this, like after the fact, understand that we will do custom charting for you. It's what we're here for. And the Live Lab members get as much of that as they want. Gold, yeah, we'll look at gold because we always look at gold. You'll see that I predicted the move on gold. So I actually predicted this. Look, that free algo that I told you about, when you go click on that, you also get signed up for my newsletter, which is weekly. Okay, the newsletter also has this video embedded in it where this prediction exists, and you see that I predicted it. Now, it moved down quicker than I thought because the markets were more bearish than I thought, but I did this on Monday, right? So you can see that I predicted this move down handsomely. So this play that I had, perfectly legitimate play when moving it back to the time that it broke, right? So it's just, all I had to do is kind of go like that, and I was correct. So, yeah, I'm looking at a base like gold to want to pop up around 4,100. And that just goes back to an old support right there. So once gold hits 4,100, if it even does, it's probably going to want to pop up. But right now, that monster move that we saw in gold last year, that's probably still taking its toll, because when you have something move up, that's a generational run, right? Like as a particular influencer would say, this is a generational run on gold, right? This is massive. And I've told people that there is a chance gold could even go all the way back down to 3,500 before it's done, right? Things like this, they sell off. But gold also could bottom at 4,100, right? It could. Gold could bottom at 41. It's possible. But looking at this, it looks really heavy. The trick with gold, though, is that the demand is super high right now. So like the real demand on the street. But we could see, 4,100 to 35 is a hop, skip, and a jump away. So, with gold, the way I'm interested in gold is I think it's, and again, this is not investment advice, but just like a small percentage of my like monthly earnings go towards physical gold. That's how I look at it. And silver is like in that same category. So I'm going to end the live lab here. Thank you all for watching. Don't forget, we do this, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, 8:30 AM EST. We'll be back tomorrow. PPI data drops at the same time. So the data comes out at 8:30 AM EST. So we'll start either right then or a little bit earlier, ideally. And yeah, just check us out. Free algo, link in the description. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Learn how to trade like a hedge fund pro. Come to algofactory.tech. We are very good at what we do. And don't forget,
join us or die.
Just kidding. You're not going to